I'm your host, Miss M.
And I'm your host, Miss P.
If you're new, welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. Sit back and relax while we change the vibe a little bit. But we still gotta do our thing, Miss P. Do you know what time it is?
Yes, it is 7:23 p.m. The year of our Lord, October the 25th,
You know what time it
2025.
is.
I mean, do
Yeah,
I
you do know what
know
time it
what
is.
time it is? You don't need no hype. You better hype your up. You don't need no hype. You better
Well,
hype your girl up. Hey, you don't need no hype. You better hype your girl up.
yeah,
You don't need no hype. You better hype your
yeah.
girl up.
With the
You don't need no
P&M
hype. You
movie
better hype your
witticism, with
girl
the hot
up.
sauce P&M movie criticism, with the hypnotism P&M movie criticism, with the hot sauce P&M movie criticisms. We tell you everything that's hot, and we tell you everything that's not. Right, Miss P? That's right. And
Right.
tonight we're reviewing Red Sonja.
I know. You're probably thinking, what? Red Sonja? That was from 1985. Not that Red Sonja. This is the
Yeah,
remake of Red Sonja,
yeah,
the
because apparently we
2025
can't come
version.
up with new content. Excuse me. Yes, we're bringing back Red Sonja. Yes, yes. And you know what we're doing over here? We're reviewing this. Um, yeah, so anyways, P&M movie criticisms. We have our own hot sauce, but this is where we rate movies. It's how we rate movies, okay? Coming up at the top is the Carolina Reaper. Nothing's hotter, nothing's better. This is pure silver screen perfection. Below that is the Ghost Pepper. It's hot, tot, but it's missing a crucial element. Beneath that is the habanero. It was good, it was all right. A date night movie, family night movie. Beneath that is the jalapeno. The jalapeno is like, yeah, meh, just meh. And beneath that is the bell pepper, just mild, mild, mild. And this is where I want you to visualize Miss P throwing popcorn at the movie screen, yelling boo. And I want my money back.
Ooh, popcorn, popcorn,
Speaking of
popcorn,
which, how
boo.
do you rate it on a hot sauce scale?
It's definitely a habanero for me.
It's a jalapeno.
Mm-hmm.
It's a jalapeno.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We'll,
let's
we'll,
discuss
we'll
it.
discuss why. It's a habanero for me and a jalapeno for Miss M because,
Um,
she's a hater.
what? A hater
But
about
let's
what?
discuss.
What is, there's nothing to hate on in this movie. Girl,
Yeah, hater.
I wish I had something to hate. Oh, wait. I get what you're saying. You're saying I hate this movie. I don't hate it. I didn't give it a bell pepper. I just gave it a jalapeno.
Well, it was better than Mad
Um,
Max Furiosa.
Hey, George. Hey,
Say that
Chris.
much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have P&M movies, P&M movie criticisms criteria, where we rate this. This is our scale, okay? So, coming in at number 9, do we like it or do we love it? Number 8, is it historically accurate? 7 and 6, did it strike your emotions? Did it keep our attention? Coming in at 5, production elements. Coming in at 4 and 3, directing, quality of acting, and finally, coming in last, but certainly not least, sound quality and effects, and Miss P's personal favorite.
Cinematography. Woo, woo, woo,
You
woo,
know
woo,
what it
woo, woo, woo,
is.
woo.
Let's start with it. Did you like it or did you love it?
It was in the middle for me. Like there was aspects of the movie that I liked. I wouldn't say love. I mean, it was better than Mad Max Furiosa. It had action. It had love. It was, it had a lot of action, which I was happy about. It wasn't a lot
Yeah,
of dialogue.
I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I thought there were some nice elements in there. They're trying to give you that Xena warrior princess feel. That type thing. And the thing about it was, they were trying to do it, but they weren't getting it. And I'm gonna say
It
they
kind of fell
they they
short.
were trying, but I'm gonna be honest, they might have done that stuff. They might have captured the Xena feel because I think the actress was fine, but I think they would have captured it if they had better shot design. Because one of the things about Xena, and you got your makers in there. Remember what Sam Raimi? we know
Uh-huh.
Sam. We know Sam. We got Spider-Man, everything. So the thing about it is with them, there was better shot design where they were really able to capitalize on that. They were really able to get those shots that really showed the movements, the fight movements, and they weren't getting those shots. That goes back to directing for shot design though, right? But anyways, if you wanted the Xena feel, you need to change your shot design, Dom. That's all I'm saying. If you want to go for Xena, really look at how those shots were designed. And then put that in Red Sonja, but that's where it fell short when it came to being Xena-esque. And it was not so much Xena-esque as it was I knew you were trying to do Xena, but I was like, you didn't quite capture it.
I
No,
feel
I'm
like
finished.
go ahead, I'm sorry. Right. I feel the exact opposite. I think they were trying to do a lot of like female leads, and the closest thing that we can think of is Xena. But if you watch the 1985 one, it's very reminiscent of that. They just tried to make it more up to date in today's society, where she wasn't weak and she wasn't. Notice how this really didn't have a male lead.
I'm
It was a female lead, so they had
I
to
said,
make
"Oh,
her super
yeah."
strong. Huh? So that was the difference. In Mad like, per se, to compare the 2, like Mad Max Furiosa, it was a male-led thing. Like, it was really about her, but it had a lot of males in it. Like, this movie had the same thing, but they were downplayed by her. Her character was strong. In Mad Max Furiosa, she wasn't as strong, and it was dominated by males the whole time. So that's where I think this movie kinda shines a
Yeah,
little bit more.
I definitely like the characters, in it. I think the characters were really nice. Very nice characters. But if for those of you so Miss P, she knows more about Red Sonja than I do. I don't really know because I was like, "Wait, there's a 1985?" I was like, "Man, I need time to watch this." But for those of you who don't know, a short synopsis is captured, chained, and forced to fight for survival, Red Sonja must battle her way through the blood-soaked pits of a tyrant's empire while rallying an army of outcasts to reclaim her freedom and take down Dragon and his ruthless bride, Dark Anicia. Hmm. So yeah, let's talk about it. So we don't like it, we don't love it, and we already talked about the history technically, right? So, well, we need to
Mhm.
move on. So, did it keep your attention and strike your emotion?
It kept my attention, it didn't necessarily strike my emotion. I thought it was funny when she was like, "I won't fight." It kinda reminded me of Gladiator right there for that little brief hot second, and, it was like when she fought, his bride or whatever, or his fiancée, that was a good fight. Like, it had a lot of action. Like, it wasn't like talk, 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 talk. A little bit of action, talk, 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 talk. It was more or less like action, 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 talk a little bit, action, action, action. So it kept
Definitely had
my
a lot of
attention.
plot. That is true. Because Sonya as a character, I like her. I like her as a character. It's just, um, there's some elements I think that were missing in there. So, it's just some things going on in there. But Miss Sonia is played by Matilda Lutz, and the antagonist, the bad guy, Dragon, is played by Robert Sheehan. And then Anicia is the dark bride or the dark fiancé, or but she wasn't. You know, he was being a narcissist with her. He was gaslighting her. He was poisoning her so that he could control her. It was just, ugh. This character, is just a really broken character. And the only thing I will say is because, as a child, he was enslaved. and that really, really and he had to watch he had to watch his loved ones and friends fall and succumb to a darker to a this do we call them what are those lords they call them when they go around destroying villages?
The invaders,
There's another word I'm
they
thinking of. But
invaded.
anyways, he had to watch it and it messed with him and then he had to become a slave and that messed with him too. So he grew up to be a really messed up adult. And, but anyway, so you had some interesting things. You got Olsen the Untouched. That's Red Sonja's love interest. And you have a lot of nice side characters in here that lend to the story. But yeah. Yeah, it's a good story. It's a good story. I like it for the most part. It didn't really strike my emotions, but I was watching. It kept my attention.
See? All the meanwhile, it should be a
I
habanero.
pay
But let's keep
attention
going up the
because
list.
I do this for you, the people. Productive.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You can't tell me that it didn't have a beginning, a
Yeah,
middle, and an
I
end.
mean, honestly, Miss P, how I feel about it is that's movie basics. If you're a professional and you can't create a movie with a strong beginning, middle, and end, there's something wrong. You know, it really is, especially if we're not doing a part two. And even if you're doing a part 1, there should still be a some type of beginning, middle, and end. It's filming from basics. Better had. Anyway, let's talk about production elements. What did you think about production elements?
They had some really nice shots, like the shots where they were out in the wilderness.
True. Yeah, they had some nice
I
aerial
liked it.
shots to take care of that production value. But some of those monsters looked a little weird.
You mean like the
I don't
8
really have a
people?
problem with them. It was that Cyclops.
Well, that was CGI, and that looks so you could
Mm,
tell that was CGI'd in there. But, the 8 people, I like the 8
uh,
people.
just the
Mhm.
Cyclops was a little weird for me.
It was a CGI thing, and we could have done without it, but I guess they had to
Mm,
have something, like the big
yeah,
bad.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. This was a low budget film. Low budget film. We're having a hard time getting the exact number, but we know it's low budget. And Red Sonja though has that television feel to me. What about you, Miss P?
It was like, they tried to make it into a TV show, but I just don't think, it
Yeah,
should
I
have been
think
a TV
so.
show. Yep. Like, it should have been a TV show. I think that if they made it into a TV show and then they made a movie, it would be very well received because if you think about it, Xena
Mhm.
was well received back in the day. And if they would have made a movie, it would have been well received because everybody liked,
Yeah.
Hercules and Xena and
I
stuff like
agree.
that.
I think it should have been just maybe a movie. And I think because, when it comes to acting, not everybody's acting was on par, okay? Matilda, as she portrayed Red Sonja, it wasn't bad, but not everybody's acting was on par. So, like for example, the children actors, they didn't act like children actors on the silver screen. They act like children actors on television. And that's how they acted. And the thing is, when you're going to do that flashback for Red Sonja, and when you're going to do that flashback for Dragon, and that's a crucial point in their lives where everything they know is falling apart. But their acting just wasn't up to par. And I know some people say, well, they're children. I don't care. They're professionals. And, huh?
Or they
Well,
or they should be
you're right. They should be.
professionals.
Well,
But go
technically, they
ahead.
are professionals because they're getting paid. You know,
Um,
you're getting paid and you're going on the silver screen. You got whole box offices here, and not to mention, I've seen many other children actors act their butts off. Really, truly. So then that comes down to the casting issues with Red Sonja too, because you're not casting for the silver screen. You're casting for television. All I'm saying. It's all I'm saying about Red Sonja is so you gotta step up your casting if you want it to be silver screen worthy. But anyways, what do you think about the directing?
the directing was actually pretty good. Like, it wasn't horrific, and it wasn't so bad that I was like, "Ooh,
Oh
I gotta
yeah,
turn this
yeah, the
off."
acting
Could have been a little bit better because, well, I wouldn't blame that on the director. He's just doing what he's given. you know? He's doing what the writers ask, and he's giving his vision of what the writers have written. So he can only do
Yeah,
but so
MJ
much.
Bassett. What's up, MJ Bassett? This is a lady. I had to look because you can't tell because it's just MJ. But she's a English screenwriter, director, producer. Okay. Hey MJ. Yeah, it's solid. It's solid work. It really is. Your casting could have been better, but it's solid work. And I think certain shot design for those fights, yeah, but yeah, all in all, yeah, it's solid.
But you gotta understand, she's a TV producer. She's a TV like she did Ash versus the Evil Dead, Power Altered Carbon. Like she's a TV.
Yeah,
That's probably why it's like that. Because she's a screenwriter, she's a film director, but she's a television director and a television producer. So that's probably why it has that TV
probably
feel to
why.
it.
Probably why. But solid, MJ. Solid. I like it. Overall, I like Red Sonja. I don't love it, but I do like it.
Hence the reason why it should go up to a habanero, not a jalapeno.
But you know what,
But
Miss
let's
P,
go
I
to the next
probably
thing.
put it as a jalapeno because I was disappointed. Because I have higher
Oh
expectations.
Lord, here
But
we go.
anyway, I've
But for
always liked
what?
the character. I like comic books. I love comic books. And I love to see characters from comic books come to life. And when you have a favorite character come to life like that, sometimes you get a little excited, and maybe I was a little excited, and because I love Red Sonja. You
Why?
like to see your favorite characters do cool things. Like I just had in my mind it was gonna be like an epic or something.
Well, see, it would have been if it was written better.
Mm,
It was written like a TV. Like if we would have saw it on TV, we would have loved it. Like we'd have been like, "Oh my gosh, did you see the new episode of Red Sonja? It's so good." I mean, I can't stop talking about it, but because it was a movie, you don't get the same effect. But they did it like it should have been
yeah,
a
that's
TV
true.
show. And that's
Yeah,
why.
that's right. Anyways, well, yeah, Miss P, you got it. Well, we already talked about quality of acting, but did anything, I think, well, mainly me. Did you want to say anything about quality of acting?
No, not really. I just feel like it should have just been a TV show. And it's not that bad. It should have just been a TV show and I'd have been all right
Yeah,
with it.
definitely. What about sound quality
Huh?
and effect?
I think the outside shots were great. Like all the outside, the sound was good. It wasn't too low, it wasn't too high. It
Yeah,
was
I
just
think so.
nice.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I do think so. But you know what? Cinematography is your thing, Miss P. What about that cinematography?
It was gorgeous. Like, all the opening shots, gorgeous. All the shots where they're, like, going through different areas and stuff, gorgeous. Her horse, gorgeous. The shot of the horse when they're in the river, gorgeous. Like, it was just, like it kinda blew me away, but then the acting started and kinda went downhill. But other than that, it was a great looking film.
It
The
did.
film looks
It's a
good.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful film. That's for sure, sure. Speaking of beautiful films, kind of not really though. Do you have a favorite character?
My favorite character was the prince, that nobody believed that he was a prince, but he turned out to be a prince for real.
Okay, okay. My favorite character is Sonya's horse. Yeah. uh, He's not listed in the credits. But but I like the horse. That horse, he had his own personality. He wouldn't leave her alone. He was accompanying her. He was coming to save the day. Anissa was about to kill her. Oh my goodness. But you know what? Her horse was like, no, we're not doing this, not today. Yeah, I like that. I like the horse. And the way when she was stabbed and everything, the horse got on the ground and laid next to her so she could get up on him. And he knew what to do. He took her to those waters and he took her to that character, Sunder. His name is Sunder. I like Sunday. Sunday took her because she was gonna die. He took her to those waters by where the Mother Earth goddess is. And that's it. And the Mother Earth goddess took it from there. And Red Sonja, she dips into the water and she's born again into a fierce warrior. Her hair color changes. And she was already a redhead, but now she's like vibrant, just like almost like Ariel, Disney's Ariel Little Mermaid type red hair. So she's made, she makes a literal transformation before our eyes. She literally is on the cusp of dying and then is reborn in the water and comes up physically different.
Kind of like you went down in the water one way
Pretty
and
much,
came
right?
back up whole.
And that's it. So, like, that's
Mhm.
my favorite character. I'm all about Sunday. But that's all I got to say about Red Sonja.
I think that you should look at it just one more time, like the 1985 version versus the 2025 version. And then you'd have a different
Okay, I'm gonna
outlook.
watch it because I see, cause they got some stars in there. All right, I'm gonna watch it, and then, I'm gonna come back, and maybe I'll move it up from a jalapeno to a habanero.
I still think you should give it a habanero because when you see it, you're gonna be like,
Okay,
"Yeah, this is great.
habanero. It's a
This is."
habanero. Hey, I'm Miss M, and I'm about the peace. See y'all later.
I'm Miss P. Bye.